Buying a smartphone nowadays can be a little tricky because we are spoiled for choice. The number of phones between the price of 10 to 20,000 are increasing day by day. But we are going to narrow down to 5 phones that you can consider buying this year. They are the Lenovo Vibe P1, Lenovo Vibe X3, OnePlus X, Motorola Moto Turbo, and the Lay TV Lay 1S. Now let us compare these 5 phones. Talking about the build, among these phones, the OnePlus X has the best build quality. It is similar to the iPhone 4 since it has a metal body and a glass back. Although it's slippery, the phone feels premium to hold and use. The only water-resistant phone in this list is the Moto Turbo, which has an IP67 rating. This phone is dust-proof and water-resistant up to 30 minutes at a depth of 1 meter in water. The OnePlus X is the slimmest at 6.9 mm, while the Moto Turbo is 11.6 mm thick. When we look into the hardware, we can call Lenovo Vibe X3 as the performer of this category. It comes with a Snapdragon 808 hexa-core chipset, clocked at quad-core 1.2 GHz and dual-core 1.8 GHz. It has an Adreno 418 GPU for graphic performance and 3 GB of RAM. The OnePlus X comes second. The Lay 1S on paper has good specs, but we feel that the Snapdragon processors are better than the MediaTek Helio chipset. Talking about display, the OnePlus X has the best display featuring a 5-inch 1080p AMOLED display with 441 ppi. This screen is very sharp with deep blacks and bright colors. The X3's 5.5-inch IPS LCD display is also good with 178-degree viewing angles. But this is no match for the OnePlus X. All these phones come with Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. Camera is one of the most important features that one looks into while buying a smartphone. Being the most expensive phone in this list, the Vibe X3 has the best camera. It has a 21 megapixel f2.0 aperture rear camera with 4K recording at 30 frames per second. It also has an 8 megapixel secondary camera. The OnePlus X has a good camera too, which can record slow motion videos of 720p at 120 frames per second. Talking about the storage capacity, the Vibe X3, P1 and the Lay 1S all come with 32 GB of internal storage, whereas the OnePlus X and Turbo are limited to 16 GB. Except for the Lay 1S, all other phones has microSD slots for expandable storage. One of the limiting features of a smartphone is the battery. When it comes to battery capacity, nothing can beat the Vibe P1 with a huge 5000 mAh battery. These beasts can even charge other phones, beat that. You can get through 2 days of use with a lot of juice left. If that's not enough, Lenovo has included fast charging and a battery saving button too. On the other hand, the Vibe X3 also has a relatively big battery. It has a non-removable 3500 mAh battery. Going with a new trend, the Vibe X3, P1 and the Lay 1S have fingerprint sensors, but the OnePlus X and the Moto Turbo, being a little old, don't. If you ask me which is the best phone in this list, I personally would go for Vibe X3 because it does it all. It also depends on your personal requirement. The OnePlus X is a stylish option, the Vibe P1 is good for traveling, the Lay 1S is budget friendly, and with Moto Turbo you can go swimming. There are many more phones which are releasing in the coming weeks, so you might want to check those out too. For more phone reviews, new launches and gaming videos, make sure to like, share and subscribe to High on Tech.